Do you know that there are actually ways that you could be complicating things for your freelance work or your work from home career? You're going to know exactly what I'm saying as you go into this video. Welcome back to the Creative Beam channel. My name is Blessing, and if you're new here, big ups, be welcome to you. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to everything work from home and freelance tips, dedicated to pushing your work from home career forward. All right, so I have 5 things I want to talk about today, which you are probably doing, or you're doing one of these things that is actually ending up complicating your freelance career or your work from home career and making things harder than they need to be. Number 1 is getting stuck in research mode. And all of us have been guilty of this in one way or the other. You know that situation where you have like 10 tabs open on different blog posts or different materials on how to land your first freelance clients, how to do this, how to do that, or maybe 10 YouTube videos that you have archived or you have saved that you say, oh, I'll watch this later. When I'm done watching this, that is when, I know that I'll be ready to do something. And while research has its place, the thing is that you will always, when you are done with that, not feel you're ready. You dig yourself again into more research without taking action. So here is what I want you to do. Set a limit. You can tell yourself that, okay, 1 hour every day or 1 hour or 2 hours every day, I'm going to dedicate it to researching, doing something that maybe helps to make my portfolio better, or helps to make my resume better, or helps to make the way I pitch work better, or I bought a course, learning that course and taking at least one action of that thing today. Because at the end of the day, if you have all the knowledge, you gain all the knowledge, and then you don't take action on it, is a waste. Many times we get ourselves stuck in research so that we can procrastinate. We don't tell ourselves our truth, but we are disguising and procrastinating. So don't get stuck in research mode for too long. Set a time limit, structure how you do things, and take action. Number 2 is you think your case is special. You think your situation is special. You're like, I know this person is able to do that, but I'm in another industry, or yes, that person is a copywriter, I'm a designer, so maybe there are different things that apply. So my case is different, my situation is special. Well, I want to tell you that while I know that there are different nuances, every market, every industry, every skill will have things that are peculiar to it, there are core fundamentals that are universal. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's a bakery shop in Abuja, and then we want to compare them with a fintech company that is based in Lagos. Now they are offering 2 different products, 2 different services. At the end of the day, there is still something that applies across board. What is that thing that applies across board? The fact that they need to ensure that their messaging, the way they talk to clients, the way they ensure that they talk about their business is going to have the same fundamentals. You have to be clear, you have to be strategic, you have to ensure that whatever you're giving is helpful. So they have differences in what they offer, but there's still some core fundamentals that will apply in how they message or advertise their products to clients. Do you get it? So make sure that you think of the core fundamentals. What are you doing? What step are you taking in that core fundamental, and apply it to your skill. Number 3 is you're always chasing expensive solution. Maybe you tell yourself that until I take that $500, $1,000 or $2,000 course, my business will not be good, or because of the way it's advertised, my freelance skill or career will not be great. And I just want to pause here and tell you something. See, if you're always going to tell yourself and set a lofty goal and tell yourself that until you reach that goal, you will not be able to take steps, then you're going to hold yourself back a lot more. Go for the core things. Go for the things that you can afford right now. You might not be able to afford a $500 course, a $1,000 course. Maybe there is one that is $50, $20, $10, $100 that you can afford. Go for that one. Maybe there are free lessons you can take. You can learn from someone. Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for other platforms that they have like affordable courses. Try and take those ones, then use those ones to push yourself forward. The time for you to upgrade will come. So even if you still need that $500 or $1,000 course later in life, the time for that will come. Number 4, you're overcomplicating simple things. Now, sometimes we always tell ourselves that if something is too simple, maybe it will not work. And something that is supposed to be like as simple as day, we think that if it's not very complicated or complex, then it won't get a result, and that is not true. For example, maybe you are like, I need to just make this simple sentence change on my LinkedIn about section, or I need to change how I structure my pitch, or structure my resume, or structure my cover letter, and those things sound simple, and then you might think that this is so simple. Are you sure it's going to really do something? Because you're expecting them to talk about something so complex that you will sweat and it will be so hard. You know that yes, this thing that's not need to work. Many times they're just simple tweaks that you actually need to make. So don't be afraid or be open to simple things or simple suggestions, even if it's one that your friend gave you or whatever. First of all, test it, experiment it first, than always thinking that it has to be complex before it will work for you. Then the last thing is causing your own overwhelm. You have like 100 tabs open. You have plenty courses that you have bought and you have never started one. You have like 50 videos that you have said that you're going to watch, and all of this together is enough to create a novel, and you are now telling yourself that you'll be overwhelmed. You will be overwhelmed. You will actually be overwhelmed, and it will look scary and harder than it is. So, borrowing from what I said earlier, for this case, to avoid overwhelm, always start with, what thing can I focus on now that can get me to where I want to be at the end of this week? What thing can I focus on now that will get me to where I want today? So don't always be thinking of, I need to plan out my whole future. I need to plan out the whole year in one go. Okay, first of all, focus on that one thing that can take you up. Maybe it's to send a follow-up email to a client. Maybe it's to finally build your portfolio or do an update to the things that you already have listed on your portfolio. Focus on that one thing that you can do daily and weekly, so that you don't have to think that you have to do 1,000 things at once and cause overwhelm for yourself. So those are the things that, I've learned from experience that got me stuck in many ways, got me, to think that things were harder than they were. But when I started, noticing all these things and I started making changes, things started to flow a little bit more. So I hope you look at this, and any place that you're making any errors, make sure that you make changes there, tweak it, and you'll see how easy things will get. So let me know if any of this one resonates with you and which one you're going to start working on in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.